How does modern science help us understand what life is? We see that we are not the center. We are not the center of the universe. We are not the center of the galaxy. We are not the center of the solar system. We can assume from this that we most likely are not the center of attention of the causative force. We have a difficult time letting go of not being the center of focus for the causative force, or God. We have had no choice but to let go of being physically the center of the universe because modern science observations have built such convincing arguments against such an idea. But modern science, by proving that we do not occupy the center of the universe, opens up the possibility that we are not even the center of attention, that we are but one of many life forms the causative force has a significant interest in. If the causative force has an interest in many life forms throughout the universe, then perhaps life has significance in some manner to the causative force. Modern science, the process of observation, the understanding that we are not the center, helps us understand that the significance of life most probably does not lie with the physical image of humanity, since humanity is not the focal point. Religions, on the other hand, help us understand it is the soul that moves on after life. If the two are both correct, then the two together would imply that we gain from life. What we add to our awareness must be what passes into eternity. Awareness passing into eternity would seem to add to eternity itself. Modern science and religion would, through the use of logic or philosophy, tend to imply that life is the passing of souls in and out of this limited physical universe for a specific purpose. The purpose is to learn, create, and experience in order to take such things back into the causative force herself. Life now takes on significance, not because it is life, not because it is human. Life now takes on significance because it is a journey. Life becomes significant because it is a soul entering a physical state of being. Life takes on a significance because it offers a purpose for that soul. Life becomes significant not to the soul but to the causative force from which the soul came, to which the soul returns, and of which the soul is indeed a part. What does modern science have to offer us as individuals? Modern science offers us the opportunity to understand that we came from, will return to, and are a part of the causative force. Many atheistic scientists, I would add, would probably disagree with that. Nevertheless, observation, or modern science, offers us the opportunity to understand that we came from, will return to, and are a part of the causative force. Modern science being the whole metaphysical reality without being reductionist or exclusionary to religion. Continuing, we are actually a part of the causative force, or God. What a leap, going from being the center to possibly being an actual part or aspect, some would say, of the causative force. First, religion comes along and gives us hope. We are the center of attention of the causative force, or God, or Heavenly Father. Then science comes along and shows us we are not at the center, but we might be within something, perhaps the causative force herself. Now, logic offers us the potential of understanding that we may actually be a part, or an aspect, or an emanation, if you will, of the causative force. But if we are a part of the causative force, then aren't we actually the causative force? Science would tell us that we are not. There is a difference between being part of something and being that thing. Your brain is a part of you, but it cannot survive without the rest of you any more than the rest of you can survive without your brain. Science observation would seem to tell us that we, as individuals, are probably not as significant a part of the causative force as the brain is to our body. The brain cell processes information and works with other brain cells to act as a means for the human body to survive. The brain cell is a part of the body. It is needed by the body. It, in turn, needs the body to survive. We need the causative force. Logical deduction. Why would it be so difficult to accept that the causative force may need us, as in some process and open relational theologies? Interdependence is a relationship science has observed time and time again to be one of the basic principles for existence. In spite of this, both religion and science have constantly rejected this interdependence as possibly it being a part of our relationship to the causative force. Science has shown us that we are not the center of the universe. We are not the center of attention of the causative force. Science, however, did not leave us stranded. Science may have taken one thing away, but it has given us another hope. Science, or observation, when combined with religion, faith, using philosophy, logic, has shown us that we may have more significance than we ever dreamed possible. Science, by shattering our dream of being the center of attention of the causative force, has opened up the possibility that we may actually be a part of the causative force herself, or an aspect, or an emanation. We, individuals, may have significance beyond our wildest dreams.